For supine external rotation, we first want to make sure our core is in a good position. If you're in the flexion group, you probably don't need to worry about doing much differently than just sitting in this posture. If you're in the extension group, I want you to make sure that your knees are bent, your pelvis is tipped back a little bit, and your low back's flat. So just engage that into your core. You'll see that Mike's got his hand right on the bottom of his rib cage to be aware of him not flaring up into a bunch of extension. Okay? So we're going to start out with a roller or a towel, whatever it is you have handy, in this case a half roller, to make sure that that elbow is out in front of the shoulder. So the shoulder sits down in this kind of little groove we've created by elevating the elbow. Okay? What he's going to do is he's going to take his hand, put it right in the front of his shoulder. Okay? He's not pushing down on the ball in the socket. He's just being aware so that when we externally rotate, the ball doesn't slide forward and put pressure on that. Instead, we want to keep it nice and centered in the joint. So all we're going to do for a supine external rotation is a little mobilization. He's just going to lay back. Notice the core position doesn't change. It's just true external rotation at his shoulder. And some of you are going to find you can go pretty far back with this. Others of you will find that you can't go quite as far and we need to work on it. What I do want you to think about is where you feel it. You should feel it in kind of that posterior shoulder, the muscles actually turning on to pull you down there in conjunction with gravity forcing you down. If you feel a lot of discomfort in the front, or any kind of muscle activation in the front, you're not doing it correctly. You shouldn't feel it way down here in the lats. That's a sign that you're pulling into that scapular depression instead of getting good external rotation. So just think of that ball swiveling on the socket. Again, neutral spine position from hips all the way up to head.